Good morning. This is Amanda Robison, and I wanted to send a video of my dyslexia notebook to you guys. So on the cover sheet here, I have the hallmarks of successful teaching. I believe this sheet was on our tables the very first week of training, and it might have been the very first day, but I really appreciated the list. It says it's a checklist for teachers or therapists, and so I keep that there just as a reminder and to read over every now and then. Then when you open my dyslexia notebook, on this side we have the list of famous dyslexics. I was very fascinated with my list, or this list, and my kids in my classroom are usually very fascinated with it. We usually go over it sometime during the first couple of weeks of therapy, and sometimes the kids will even refer back to it and ask about somebody on here. We did a little Google search on a couple of the people if they weren't sure who they were. We did that one day during actually a comprehension lesson. That was kind of a review and tail end of one of my lessons. It was great fun. That was just something extra I threw in though. And so then to begin the actual notebook, my red tab here, these are the observations and lesson plans of all of the QIs that we would watch during our training with Olive and Tony and Sue and Carol. Those are all of the lesson plans and everything that I observed and things that I refer back to, especially on very specific lessons. I've marked each lesson specifically so that I can refer back to it. The blue tab, these are all 10 of my demos that we have done, and all the notes that I've taken and received from you guys. Each time I get ready to teach a lesson again that I used for a demo, I like to refer back to these. So that is the next section. And then the next thing we have, these are in the orange tab, are the handouts that we had during training. Lots of important notes and things that sometimes you might forget because you don't do some of this stuff every single day, but things that I can refer back to, like when we move to divided decks or things like that. This also includes simplified spelling rules. I really liked that list and find that very useful. The next blue tab, these are the 13 articles and as well as my article reviews. So of course we start with my first article, and then behind each article review, I kept the article with it so that I could refer back to these. There's a huge amount of useful information, things that you can share with parents and people that are simply curious because they know someone who has dyslexia or they are a dyslexic student or person. Things that they're interested in because of how it affects the brain and how their brain operates. Next are the book reports for I believe 6 books that we did, 6 or 7. I enjoyed every book, and so of course I held on to that information. And then the red tab, these are the handwriting samples that we did during training. My kids love to start with these, the bigger size letters and do finger tracing, and then of course we move into lined paper and the board and the desktop writing later on. The last thing is professional development. This includes the lecture series and things that we've gone over, anything extra that we've done for our dyslexia. And then last, I have my certificates in the back pocket. So that is basically my dyslexia notebook. Thank you, ladies. Bye-bye.